What a strange night. There was about a 20% chance of showers last night, and nothing much, just, 10-mile-an-hour winds or something like that. That's what they projected. So the wind started blowing before I ever went to bed. And it sprinkled a little bit, like for maybe 30 minutes or something. But the winds got greater and greater, and I mean, I don't know, it just blew me everywhere in this tent. But even though I say that, it wasn't that bad. I've experienced a lot worse. For some reason, I just could not sleep. I fell asleep relatively early for about 30 minutes, and then I was awakened by those winds, and I don't know. I mean, it just kind of threw me for a loop somehow, and every time I'd start to go to sleep, something would blow up, and blow through, and then I'd be awake, and man, I bet I slept 5 hours, maybe the whole night, 4.5. Probably more like 4.5. Alright, well, I should get it together, I suppose. Try to get a start on this. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is totally blasting wind out there still. I'm sure it will all come together. See you on the trail. Well, because I was trying to get a few minutes extra shut-eye this morning, I got started about maybe half hour, 45 minutes later on the trail than I have been over the past couple weeks. But I feel pretty good, moving along pretty fast. The wind's kind of keeping bugs away, and it's been really cool for this first half hour, but the sun's starting to come out, and I think it's going to warm up quick, which, good and bad. If it rains, I don't want it to be too cool, or I'll get chilled, so it'd be nice to have a little sun. It's kind of cool because of the wind last night. I don't know if you can see, but the trail is just covered with the leaves from the flowers on the blackberry bushes. Just the whole trail is covered with them. So that's kind of neat. Oh, that must have fallen out of a tree last night. Really dinky little nest. Well, it's been a pretty good, easy morning so far. Here's a little information I don't think you can read because I can barely see it in the real. But anyway, it just says this is Yellow Mountain Gap. It's the junction of the Appalachian Trail and historic Bright's Trace route used by the Over-Mountain men to cross the mountains en route to the Revolutionary War battle at Kings Mountain, North Carolina. I guess there's an old barn that was renovated to be the Over-Mountain shelter here, but I believe it's been closed down. I'm not 100% sure. There's some more information too about Yellow Mountain Gap, so I will be interested to read that myself later. Alright, so yeah, if we were to go this way, Over Mountain Victory Trail, National Historic Trail down there, and we're not going to do that today. So like I said, it's been a pretty good, easy morning. Now it's time to climb 1,000 feet or so, so put this phone away and start working on my breathing. Well, now that I've gotten a little higher up on the trail, it's opened up this expanse out there. You can look back and see the farmhouse they were talking about. So that's an old farmhouse that had been restored to be a shelter here. You might be able to see down there on the right, real tiny, there's someone's tenting. right down the path from the farmhouse. Anyway, like I said, I don't believe the farmhouse is still usable as a shelter. I know it was not as of, I believe, last year even, but who knows what they've done since then. So it's neat to be able to see. I can even barely see a person out there, I think, walking around a little bit, just getting ready to get their day going. Absolutely magical up here. What an incredible section this has been this morning. I just keep going in and out of the woods, like I just came out of there, and then coming out into these open expanses, weaving around, and then going back into the woods and coming back out. And it's been great. Plus, I'm seeing hikers out here. Now, mostly looks like it's mostly families. I keep crossing families. That it's just such a beautiful area. They must be making this a special trip. But anyway, it's just nice to see some people and nice to see all the expanse, and boy, it's just a really different experience right here. Look at that. Just gorgeous back there. Dark clouds though. It's coming. That's where I'm heading next. Up that whole trail. All the way up to the top. Just going over the first hump. I can see a little better up there. I can see some people up close to the top. I can see a fence way up there. Where is it? Right up in there somewhere. Anyway, I don't have anything to say. This video isn't doing it justice, but this is just about as beautiful an area as I have ever hiked in, ever, anywhere, ever. Well, the trail continues up even higher over this little thing and then up to there, I believe so. But now's a good time to stop. This is the fence that was in the video earlier. This is now what I can see. I mean, really amazing. Wow. Gorgeous. And there's a few people down there, including way down there, a family that I passed this morning. Man, they had a little kid too. You probably can't see them. They're kind of in the center of the screen. But anyway, they are really, the kid has some energy. I better go. Well, it's been about 3 minutes since I videoed last. I hiked just another 100 feet and the clouds blew in and now I cannot see a thing. So how perfect was that? I got to see those beautiful views the whole way up. And actually it's really cool that it's like this too now. I get to see it like this after I got to see the views. Oh, man. Sometimes it just gives you goosebumps. So now I'm headed down, which is probably a good thing because I know later today, I think I have quite a while, but of course the weather, you never know what it's going to do, but it's supposed to be maybe some thunderstorms later, but it should be far off. Interesting to know. So yesterday, you may remember, I passed by the Stanley Murray shelter, and yeah, so that's who Stanley Murray is. And I believe there's maybe Stanley Murray Ridge around here too, or something like that. So I'll have to look that up later. I know I passed something else with Stanley Murray's name attached to it. All right, the wind's blowing more than ever. It's It's getting chillier. I'm way up here on top and I have a long way to go down. It is time to make some miles. So unless I come across something else really, really beautiful, I'm just gonna hoof it for a while here. Beautiful sound of a stream coupled with the sounds of a highway. Cars zooming by. Right up there, so I just have to walk down a short ways and get up there and cross. And I'll start heading up some more uphill. So I'm just sitting here by the side of the road. There's the road. Just taking a little bit of a break. This is the road. Go one direction. You go east, it takes you to Elk Park, North Carolina. And you go west, it takes you to Roan Mountain, Tennessee. Both of those are around 3 miles away, and a lot of people stop here, go to either one of those, and maybe spend the night or resupply. But just didn't fit into my schedule this time, so I'll keep on moving here in just a minute. That's a beautiful stream, but it smells horrible. I would not drink water out of there. Incredible views behind me. I'm walking away from now. So I got a little bit cocky this afternoon. It got so hot, and I have felt so good today. Just so rock solid hiking and so energetic, and really felt so good since I took my day off in Irwin and came back from there. So anyway, as hot as it was, I decided to just try to climb. You know, I had all this climbing to do, and decided to just try and do that, and man, it killed me. You know, instead of taking a break like I've been doing in the afternoon during the hottest time and then going on and hiking when it's cooler, I just powered through, and I ended up halfway up. I just had to stop and just cool down. Then I just went a few hundred feet and stopped, cooled down some more. Finally found a little stream and just got some cold water on my head. And, you know, no big deal, except that I was just worn out. And I have the energy with the heat. So anyway, I'm still worn out, but I'm almost done with the climbing part. So then it'll mostly be downhill to camp. So maybe there's a chance I learned my lesson for tomorrow. Yeah, right. Alright, I have 2 road crossings to make. Then I cross 2 footbridges at some point, pretty shortly. And then I will, right after that, about a half mile after that, come to the 400-mile mark on the AT. And then, really shortly after that, I'll come to my campsite, wherever I decide that's going to be. Usually there's not anything this close on the roads when you cross, but here's a church right here. It's interesting. Must be a community close. Anyway, on the AT, a lot of times, churches will let AT hikers camp, tent out there. Sometimes they'll provide them with water and things like that. So, if I needed water, I probably could go over there, and there's maybe some way to get water or something. But anyway, I don't need that. So yeah, looks like here's where I come back in, and I'm getting close to being home free for the day. What an amazing day this has been. I love that it's getting close to an end with this little quiet stream. Telling me it's just about time to stop and relax. Eat some dinner. Well, I am passing the 400-mile mark on the AT. Of course, well, I didn't see a marker for it like they usually build out of sticks or stones or something, and I'm not going to stop and do it because it's not really my 400-mile mark, of course, since I have been hiking the trail a little bit weird in different sections. So anyway, but this is about where the 400-mile mark is, and once I get through Hampton to Bland, Virginia, and then I shuttle around to Buchanan where I left off last year, then I will be on track for the actual mileage on the trail. Well, I can't miss this. It's getting louder. Whoa. That is not what I was expecting. Wow. Okay, that was for sure worth it. Okay, well, I think I got myself a good campsite. Nice place to sit and have dinner. Got a nice level place for my tent. Maybe supposed to have storms tonight, so I've got it all situated so the back is southwest, where the storm should come from, so my guy lines are all nice and tight and hold me in there when it tries to blow me away. And I've got the Elk River right here across from me. And I'm gonna come visit down here in a few minutes. Take off my shoes and socks and wade around in here and get my feet all freezing cold. Oh my gosh, it looks so clear. Can't see any right now, but there were a bunch of fish in here earlier. I like it. Yeah, I think this is going to be nice to listen to all night long too.